If you want to fix structural racism, if you want to make things more equal, for us, here's what you can do for us. If you're white, get dreadlocks. White people with dreadlocks are the most discriminated against minority group. When you get dreadlocks as a white person, you are taking your privilege, right, and you are flushing it all down the toilet. No one respects you, okay? No one respects you. Next to a white man with dreadlocks, I look like Michelle Obama. I go into a job interview and I see my competition in the waiting area is a white man with dreadlocks. I'm like, I'm gonna see you Monday at 9 a.m.
What's good, YouTube? TP Locks here, bringing you guys another video. Yes, today I want to make this video very quick. I'm going to basically give you guys my opinion on white people with dreadlocks, okay? What this particular comedian did is they took a very common narrative that's typically associated for African Americans with locks in Americas and usually across the globe. First engineered it for her individual narrative, and I think that's brilliant as it pertains to comedy. I think it was successful in that particular crowd, and I understand that. There's some very specific reasons why it was successful. But when it comes to white people with dreadlocks, ultimately, every single video I'll have someone ask me, hey, how do you feel about white people having locks? How do you feel about white people having locks? I feel like I've answered this question a bunch of times, but it's sort of, you know, I get it. People want to kind of know where I stand. I treat the lock community like a family. I think that it should be considered as such. Just like a family, any family, you sort of feel some of the burdens of your family members. No matter how far I travel, no matter where my job may take me, career may take me, I'm always going to have an umbilical cord attached to the struggles, the trials and tribulations of people in Gaston, Alabama, and any other place my family is. The member of the lock community, you should feel a way by some of the things that your lock family is dealing with. But for me, when it comes to coming into a lock family, I think it's accepting and understanding that black people are not treated fairly who are choosing to adorn the same thing. As a white person, as a person that has a specific amount of privilege, my only request is that you utilize that privilege to the betterment of your people in your family. In the same way that for me, the higher I climb up in life, you know, no matter where life will take me, I'm always going to try to use the benefit of my privilege to extend back to the people in my family that may or may not need it. Part of a family is getting to a space where I recognize I have certain privileges and access to resources and trying to extend those to those people who do not. That is the only call to action that I would have to anyone that is white or a person that's not of color, whatever identifier use for them for white folks. But essentially my only call to action would be that you sort of treat it like a family. Treat the issues that, you know, black folks are dealing with as serious, dignify them, and work your best to counteract them in the society and stand against them when you see them. That's it. That is my approach to unifying the lock world. Because in the reality of it is, as far as culturally concerned, I mean, you're gonna get into a battle where it's like, hey, you know, I identify with Celts, I identify with the Danish, I identify with, you know, ancient Indians and ancient Asian cultures that were having locks as well. Like, locks is something that everyone's hair can do. Every culture, for the most part, has expressed in some way, shape, or form. Obviously, we do know that they start in Africa, but as far as the nuances and getting into the conversation and debates and like who can and who can, I'm just not gonna get into those conversations because I don't believe them to be productive. So when it comes to creating unity, I think it starts with cultivating a culture of understanding and communicating about it. I know it's all ideal, but again, this YouTube channel isn't ideal. When I first started this YouTube channel, I had no idea that it had the possibility of we would create this community with people of all different backgrounds from all different places. This is an example of that unity, you guys. So let's rejoice in it. Let's try our best to come to the table with our microaggressions, the things that make us different, with our obstacles, and let's try to collectively deal with them. Because again, as a family, that's what we're supposed to do. But again, I am not telling you guys, I'm gonna clap. I am not telling you how to feel. I just want to leave that disclaimer with you guys. I understand and I empathize with every side of the debate on this. Just sharing you guys my perspective. Hopefully you guys accept my perspective is for what it is. But yeah, man, let's just, you know, make this world a better place. And I believe my community can impact that positive change. So let's do it. All right. Hopefully you guys found this funny, informative, whatever. I've thoroughly enjoyed that little stand-up comedian. I've definitely left her information in the description box to go check her out. Hopefully I answered you guys' question who are curious about how I feel. All right. Been TV Locks, signing out.